Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Synthetix Network cryptocurrency that is trading for $3.82, and it's up about 1% today. Got over the coin a little bit, just some areas. Want to do some research, check the supply out. Went over the markets. This is a really good coin, in my opinion. It's on Coinbase, on the major exchanges, so it's good. It's been around for a little while, guys. Has quite a few followers on Twitter, so that's good. They're active on Twitter. Website, everything looks good. You want to do your research into this as a fundamental point of view. I wouldn't say that Synthetix is a chain link per se, but it's a pretty solid, as far as the cryptocurrency market, it's a pretty solid coin. And the charts tell you that once we get to the chart. So here we go. Let's go to the charts and check it out. So here's the deal with it. This is this, okay, I'm going on TradingView. So here's the deal, guys. You got to go back and forth between these charts, because I just recently found out that I didn't have all the data for, what was the other one, eGold, or that coin right there. So I have to update that video. Doesn't change too much, but it's between the two, CoinTrader Pro and TradingView, and going through charts. It actually takes a little bit more time than you can believe to make sure you have all the data on the chart. And I've gone through a lot on this one, and I'm hope that this is all the data on this one. I think that it is, but the starting point's here, as long as there's nothing like over here. I don't think there is, guys. So here's the deal. Let's just go over the basics with Synthetix, okay? I'm going to show you some things that what I do, and seeing if this is going to be a decent cryptocurrency to get into on a next wave run, or if it's done with this correction, or if it's going to correct deeper, etc. All right. If you just landed here, do me a favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. You can see with this coin, just overall view, extremely bullish coin on the weekly chart. You have a highest peak right there, telling you third wave. You have an extended first wave, third wave peak, and a fifth wave with your divergence, telling you that's an impulse move. That's probably completed right there, and it's in a correction. Okay. First thing I notice here with this is it bounced off the top of that wave one. So that's a good sign so far for it. What I don't like is that it's not that low in the weekly RSI. So for me, just looking at it right now, I'm like, okay, I need to be a little bit more cautious. But if you pull open, here's its lowest peak on that RSI. You want to see if it took it all out. So you want to check that lowest peak right there, and here's the lower peak over here. So you can see that it did take it out. So that's good. So what Synthetix did is this correction took this whole cycle out at least. So that's good for this coin. And it's a 5-wave sequence. This would be a second wave, and now we'll be going into a third wave. Okay. So now we got to check the correction. All right. Now it's in a correction. So let's go to the daily chart. I'll let you guys know what's going on with this coin. Okay. It actually completed a sequence, in my opinion. So whatever it did right here, it finished it in a WXY move. Actually, a very nice WXY move that it made. Okay. So here's the W. This is the X, and you can see it basically hit 1.38 on the nose with the wick and without the wick. Let me check that. Make sure I have it good. So you can see 1.38 for a WXY target right there, guys. You see that? There's the 1.38 right there. So that's actually a really good. It's probably done with whatever it either the local bottom right there, in my opinion. And what Synthetix made is a complex correction in this WXY. So I'm going to take that off for now, clean it up. So you can see, for those that are just landed on this channel, what a WXY is. It makes complex corrections. Okay. So with Synthetix, this is an expanded flat. So what happened with Synthetix is it went down in an A, up here to B, back down into a C. It's a 5-wave. So it's a flat. The X is the connector wave. So here's your connector wave. And then over here is a zigzag. So what a WXY does is a WXY connected to the flat to the zigzag, and X wave's the connector wave. Okay, so that's what Synthetix did right there, and I think the correction is over with. So now you want to see if this is good. What's it doing there? I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart. So it had a nice reaction off the bottom, which is a good signal right here with this with Synthetix. Nice reaction off the bottom. Nice impulse wave with divergence. Came down, corrected it. Now it's in this. And this here, you can get an impulse move out of that. 1, 2, up here for a 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, but you want to be careful of this move because it could be an ABC move, a corrective move, and it's not hitting targets yet. So 1.618 on log is where you want to see that up to $9. I take it off log, and I have a target right there. At least at a minimum on that wave, you want to see it go up to $5.60 and make its way up there at a minimum, in my opinion. Okay, and then once it gets there, you want to see possibly what it's going to do in this wave. Now, is it going to be making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It could. It could. It could easily do a move where you have 1, 2, 3, down for a 4, up for a 5, and then when the a good correction comes like this would be your 1, and then a good deep correction like that. That's a possibility, and it's bullish. And the other possibility is it's not bullish, and then it's in a corrective, in an A, B, and it's going up for a C like that. Okay, so you want to take this. What I could do is might do a move like this. Let's say the C wave goes up there. C waves can hit the same target as a third wave, 1.618. Okay, they do all the time, especially in cryptocurrencies. So what I'll do is I will take this and take a look at it on a 3-day chart and go, okay, will that look good? This would be the move with Synthetix, W, X, and then back down probably right there in that area for a Y. Okay, now the issue, what you want to look is this W wave took this long, 476 days. So you got a Y wave, it's going to take at least probably 400 days after that X is done. So now you got to go out all the way out here, more or less 400 days, let's say, about that time frame right there, all the way to, what is that, October, November, December of 23. Would that look good for this? Would this be reasonable for this coin? It could be. You can't rule it out. Okay. Now, the other issue some are going to bring up possibly is that this whole wave took it 785 days. And then the corrective wave took it 485 days. Some are going to say, well, this wave is too short. This corrective phase is way too short for this wave. In cryptocurrencies, in their infancy, that's not always true. And I can prove it to you. If you go to Bitcoin, here's Bitcoin's wave right here. Okay, this first wave, it took it 259 days. And then its corrective wave only took it 168 days. You go to Bitcoin's wave right here, this wave, it took it 735 days. And then its corrective phase of that wave took it 392 days. So its corrective phase in Bitcoin compared to the actual wave is half the time. One thing that you can do is take this trend-based fib time with it, and I could put it at the start of its wave and put it at the end of its wave. Where did it hit? Right there in that area, that 618 area. For a cryptocurrency in its infancy is actually acceptable at times. So it could be done with its correction. Just not going to know until this wave plays out. You go over to Bitcoin in its infancy right here, guys. That's basically about the same time that it did. If I check the fib time on that, so let's check this wave right here, and I go to that wave, and you can probably see right there in that area. So cryptocurrencies in their infancy have very shallow, shorter than average corrections, okay, because they're so bullish. Bitcoin now in this area, this is a whole new era now for this. So this era now for Bitcoin is going to be different now going into the future. It's going to have longer and probably, I don't want to say deeper corrections, but they're going to take up more time. okay, in that era for it. Synthetix could be in its infancy. That correction could be done. You're not going to know until this wave plays out to see what's going to happen and it starts hitting those target areas, that initial target of $5.39. Okay. If the correction is done over here, then it's going into a third wave. And based on my FOMO fifth wave for Bitcoin, if it corrects here or here and it goes up into a fifth wave, then in my opinion, this will be what Synthetix will have is you'll have a wave 1, 2 completed possibly there, and this will be the 3. And what Synthetix likely will do can go into a lower sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it will correct that wave right here like this, all the way back down to those areas, and then trend on up into another wave like that, guys, is, in my opinion, more than likely is going to happen so far. But in the cryptocurrency market, you have to realize things change and they change quickly. Also, too, going over the DXY, there's going to be a lot of, in my opinion, if this is going to make its trend all the way back up here into this fifth wave and then have a correction all the way, the DXY will be done and finally finish and actually trending down. So DXY is still in an impulse move up. It just did a correction right here in this fourth wave. Bitcoin and other risk-on assets like the S&P 500 could go up, and now it's going to finish it and actually be in a true downtrend now, where assets like this can probably start trending up and make their move, just like with Bitcoin, where it can come down, complete the correction, and then go up into that FOMO fifth wave I was mentioning before. So, in my opinion, it's just a waiting game with Synthetix. It's just a waiting game. It's an extremely bullish coin. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of sussing this out. Is this going to become a corrective bounce, or is it in the process of making itself an impulsive move to correct and then go back up into another wave? Just not going to know yet. Nobody's going to answer that until it hits those targets up here, guys. All right. That's the end of my Synthetix video. If you made all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. Peace.